Again. I'm coming for you, Scott.
Guy who's stealing cabbages from allotments.
So we've got quite a tightly packed schedule this month. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to our interview. And you know, we're gonna. Yeah. I'll come in. Amy just wants me a sec. Bear with.
Yeah, no problem. Scott, you okay?
Now, Phil, where were we? Hello everyone, welcome to Comic Airwaves. So sorry about the technical glitch at the start, but we got it sorted, it's all good, and we're gonna carry on as normal. Hello, welcome to the show. If you're here for the first time, this is Comic Airwaves. My name is Scott, and I'm joined by my gorgeous co-host.
Who else do you have? It's me.
It's
I'm not
Lee.
gorgeous.
Jesus Christ! What the
wow.
hell is this?
You're muted.
Liam. He's muted himself. Look at him chuckling away. Liam.
Hello.
Wow. Anyway, Phil, I was talking about you. Jeez.
I thought that, but I didn't want to be, presumptuous. I just assumed it was me,
I get it. But yes, everyone, welcome to the show. This is episode 9, entitled Treats for All, because that's what we've got for you. It's going to be one hell of a treat of a show. If you've just joined us from Pete's show, What If, thank you very much for coming over. If you haven't joined us from that show, then go and watch it, because it was an absolute delight to watch. It was a hell of a laugh. Essentially, it was a what if show focusing on what if they recreated a particular character, recreated their origin, their backstory, and their villains, their powers, and all that kind of stuff. It was really fun. You get to vote between who you like the best and everything at the end, and there's a winner and there's a prize. It was really good to watch. So Pete, if you're here, fantastic show, loved it. Very much looking forward to more. Let's have a quick hello, seeing who was in the chat. So we got Beth. Yeah, first one here. Hey, boys. Hello. Fuzzy Dunlop. Evening once again, all. Shane was trying to think of a thing. Get your comics out. No, that's not right. Get your airs out. No, it still doesn't sound right. He gives up. So maybe someone will think of something. I did suggest earlier maybe we should all say get your fill out. But I don't know.
Or get your fill in.
Just get your fill in. Yeah. Or get Phil out. Sweet. Not anyway. Charlie's here. Well. Connie's here. Evening. Thank you for joining. And we've also got Andy. He says, round 2, get the drinks in. Blue Sonic, everyone. Highland G, sup party people. Alid, thank you for joining. And then we have people asking about the technical difficulty, which is fine. And then Charlie, I'm assuming you're saying that the intro was genius. Thank you very much. It was Philip's idea for that one. And it's very lucky that Liam and I were together that weekend. So that was really good. And Werewolf by Lunchtime is here. Hello, 4:05 in Perth. I think he's always making a habit now to tell us what time it is, because we know he's in Australia and we're going, what time is it? So yeah, thank you very much for the update. Comic Bound, hey Ad, how you doing? It's been a while. Thank you for joining. We got Tell Talks as well. Hey all, a newbie watching Comic Airwaves. Well, you're going to have a great time. So get your I was going to say get your seats in, get your seatbelts on, get ready. Liam, see ya. And we're going to go ahead to see what we've got coming up on the show. So here we go. Coming up on the show, we did have the interview with Adam Lawson, but that's cancelled. Then we got the answer coming up, the best DC book. Then we've got our book of the month after that. And then our brand new feature, Scott or Not. We'll tell you more about that later on. And then coming up after that, we've got the classic news and weather. We have the answer part 2. We've got what's all the omnibus about then? And then we've got Scott versus Phil, trick or treat. Something that Phil or I know nothing about. And it's all Liam's doing that. So
That
we have no idea
frightens
what's
me.
going on.
I'm
I
fearful.
know,
Obviously,
I know.
trick or treat Halloween. I should be fearful, but I
I know.
worry what Liam has in store for us.
But we should say thank you to Liam for that. For the animation there, he put the spooky background in there. It looked awesome. He goes, "Look, got a little treat for you. I've done this." So yeah, thank you very much, Liam. What the hell, man? Chris Bell is here. He's on a comic stream roll. Were you watching? You watching Pete as well? And James is here, and here too. Like me. Don't forget me. Thank you for joining. Werewolf, he said hi. Hi here too. Hello. That's great. But yes. So we got a jam-packed show. But Phil,
Yes.
you're on. I watched you on the quiz yesterday. Your attitude was appalling.
It's all an act.
I hope so. You're not bringing any of that attitude here.
That's why I'm here, surely. This is
Because of the attitude.
Yeah,
you're right.
This is what people want to see. And I am the best groomed man on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Andy.
Like Andy says, Phil is the best groomed man on comics YouTube. Convince me otherwise.
I got a really nice fade yesterday, and I'm trying to go the hair long at the top, so I could strip it all back and look really, really gorgeous.
Suave. You will look great. You will look absolutely awesome when it happens. I mean, yeah, when. If it doesn't.
Oh no,
recede
when?
then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, if you watch the Nerd Herd on Wednesday, I had my green face paint on. And I did highlight the fact that you could really see the hairline whenever it was highlighted green. So
yeah. Like you were gonna say after the Nerded, you said you were gonna like go in the shower, and I was like, no, don't do that because you'll go into your beard. You get a green beard. So did you just wipe it off normally?
I just scrubbed it, like
Yeah.
Not even like for wipes. Just I got the harshest because I'm coming a real man. I got the harshest thing I could get and just scrub that off.
Yeah.
And then I was sore all night. So
okay, no more comments there. So we were supposed to be interviewing Adam Lawson right now. He is the creator of Kids and Monsters, amongst a few other books that he's released on Indiegogo. But unfortunately, he couldn't make it. He messaged me 10 o'clock this morning saying, "Really sorry, can't make it. I'll try and make it up to you." So we're happy.
It's worth noting he didn't just kind of like ditch us. He actually had really important, famous things to do. It was like a commercial or something,
Yeah, he did. So he was working on a commercial for a video game. He didn't tell me what it was, but that's what he was doing. He said his producer was really dragging him away. So yeah, unfortunately he couldn't make it, but we're still going to show the advert we've got for the book. That'll be coming up in a minute. But before he said he couldn't make it, I was like, "Hey, do you want to play a game? I've made a game." And he goes, "Yeah, great, let's do it." So I've made this game, and now I don't have anyone to play it with. It's the classic game of higher or lower, and we're going to play a game early instead of playing the game at the very end of the show. We're gonna bring it to the front, and we need one of you guys to play. So, as it's Halloween in 2 days, we would like you to tell us what your scariest experience was in as little words as possible. Okay? So yeah, tell us that. And our favorite one, let's say after the interview, after the answer part 1, we will then bring you on for the game. So if you want to play higher or lower, then tell us your scariest experience in as little words as possible, and we'll bring you on.
My scariest was Scott Shelf's backstory episode with me.
That was like your first ever like.
That was the
thing,
first.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it was the first ever kind of like. It wasn't live. It was like live kind of.
Yeah.
It was
It
scary.
was pre-recorded. It wasn't even live. It was pre-recorded,
Yeah.
like way back when I did the backstory series. I really enjoyed that. But yes, and we've also got a brand new feature called Scott or Not coming up. which is going to be a thing where Phil goes against Liam, and they have to convince me. They have to sell me a book, basically, and I'm going to tell it if it's got or not. So that is replacing Ask Auntie Phil, and our kind of thinking of this was to have one of us three a feature based on one of us three each turn to give Ask Auntie Phil a break.
I can't share my wisdom every month. I mean, it's for free. I need to maintain some of that knowledge.
Exactly. So we are going to go ahead now and show you the advert for Kids versus Monsters and why I was so damn excited about it. Here we go.
I started seeing the cracks just after Mom and Dad began fighting. They were thin as pencils at first. Then they got bigger. And things started to disappear. Beasts are pouring out of them. Beasts trying to rip the world in two. Just like my family is being ripped in half by my parents. But we're not alone. There are keeps shaped like backpacks hidden in the world within. They hold monsters for those willing to fight. Here, monsters are not the things to be afraid of, but embrace. Monsters are the ones who are going to save us.
So there we go. So that's Kids versus Monsters. How awesome does that look? Oh, sorry, Kids and Monsters.
It looks so cool. Like, I want to get it. I want it.
Me too. Me too. It's currently on Indiegogo. I think if you want the graphic novel on its own, I think it comes to about £18. I think it's $25. So yeah, £18 altogether to get that. So and then they're shipping as well, but depending on where you're from, depends on how much it is. But it looks so bloody cool. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a kid with a backpack, and these backpacks are what? Did they say they were keys? And then inside these backpacks were these monsters, and these monsters are going to attempt to save the world. And it just looked really cool. It looked like a very dark version of Pokemon. Because you know so much about that film.
Yeah, now you've said that, I don't think I want to buy it. No, I'm joking. I mean, I would have got that that comparison because I think Pokemon sucks balls. Don't at me. But yeah, it just looks really cool, and I wanted to read it, and I'm going to read it someday.
I'm looking forward to it. So we've actually got some chat about Connie's pot noodle. She said she missed the start because she was making pot noodle, but she's here now. And then obviously we all want to know the answer to this. What flavor of pot noodle? It is vital information. And she said, Bombay Bad Boy. That and chicken and mushroom are the only acceptable options.
I was going to say, I didn't think there was other ones outside of chicken and mushroom. Just like the green
You
one.
thought that was the only one.
I thought that's it. Like who eats the other ones?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we've got one scary experience so far from Shane. If anyone else wants to have a go at playing higher or lower, then do let us know. I think M3 Lions, is this your scary experience? Beggars knocking on the door. Oh wait, we don't get them in the sticks. If you want that to be your scary experience, then let us know and we'll add you to the I don't know, the loop, the list of people to potentially play the game. So Kids and Monsters. Go on.
Sorry, I thought we were just moving on. I was going to say I do love the fact in the chat that there are people now asking for Ask Auntie Phil. Like I want it. Like it's just...
I know. So yeah, Adam, you said I only came here to ask Auntie Phil, so I guess I'll maybe catch you next month, guys. Well, yeah. Well, you know, we put a lot of work into all of this, so just stay for the whole thing. You might enjoy something. Yeah, Andy says the main character looks like Charlie. And Highland G says it sounds like a JRPG game. Sounds quite cool. Yeah, I'd play that. Sounds quite good. Adam, too late. I've already gone. Totally not here right now. Well, as long as you're here at Spirit May. So yes, Kids and Monsters was created by Adam Lawson, the guy we were supposed to be speaking to. It was drawn by Maxi Dallo, and it was colored by Mike Spicer, the colorist.
Our friend. Yeah.
Our best friend, our best colorist friend, Mike Spicer. We interviewed him for color in my book of the month, which was Beta Ray Bill at the time, which was awesome. Yeah. Really good guy, really good to chat to him. And I know Shane is saying, "Oh, good, Adam's left. We can trash talk about him again." Thank God.
We would never do that, Adam.
Oh, he's a lovely guy.
Yes.
Lovely guy. So yes, okay. So that's it. I mean, we've got nothing much else to say. I mean, there were loads of stuff we wanted to ask Adam about kids and monsters, but unfortunately, he's not here. So maybe we'll get him in the future. But right now, that's it. So yeah, if that advert enticed any of you to go ahead and get it, then do grab it. It's on Indiegogo. Just search Kids and Monsters, and you'll find it easy. He also part of the packages on there. You can get a backpack. That's one of the things that comes with it as well, which is really cool. Yeah,
It's really
it
random.
makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? So Andy's saying 16 and gently nudge that thumbs up. Great. So Scott, my remarked comments are being encapsulated with CGC now, so unboxing soon. Oh, that's awesome. Great. Looking forward to seeing that. Okay, let's go ahead and see what people answered with this month's question. What is the best DC book or story?
Hey guys, so what's the best DC book? I bet you think I'm going to pick a Wonder Woman or a Harlequin, and no, I'm not. If you look at the Nerd Herd leaderboard, I think it's pretty obvious what the best DC book is. It is, of course, The Killing Joke. What other book could be up there? I mean, it's perfect. It's dark and moody and absolutely amazing. And it's at the top of the Nerd Herd leaderboard for DC books.
Hey everyone, for me, the best DC story would have to be with the one that got me back into comics, which is Flashpoint, but Deceased is not too far second.
What is the best DC book ever? Well, a lot of people will tell you it's Watchmen, but I didn't like it. So the favorite thing I've actually read from DC is actually Brian Azzarello's Joker. But is it the best DC book of all time? No. You have to go with a classic, and it's going to have to be Killing Joke by Alan Moore.
So I was asked by Scott and Phil to do my favorite DC book. So 30 seconds obviously to do this. My favorite DC book is The White Knight by Sean Murphy. And the reason why I picked this is because it's seeing the Joker become normal. And what? Speak. Speaking of abnormal, I mean, you can't get peace and quiet for 1 second to do a video for these guys. Seriously.
Fantastic.
What was that?
It's just some guy walking down my street, making a lot of noise. So I had to go out and tell him off and say, keep it down. Got kids in here trying to sleep, and he's sitting gibbering, jabbering. It wasn't pre-planned at all.
When he sent me that, I thought it was brilliant. It took me by surprise. It was an absolute delight to see that, and it was just hilarious. But yeah, you've done very minimalistic Halloween decorations at the front. Very nice.
Yeah, they're all to the house, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was great. So yeah, we've got 2 Killing Jokes, 1 Flashpoint, and 1 White Knight. That's what we got so far. What is yours? What's your best DC?
I thought The Killing Joke would kind of reign supreme because it is pretty good. My personal favorite is The Dark Knight Returns, because it's like old Batman disgruntled with the world, and he fights like people as an old man, and he really shouldn't be, and he fights Superman as an old man. It's great. I don't want to tell too much because we're going to read it one day for the Nerd Herd.
Are we?
Yes.
Is that a promise?
Yes.
Great. Awesome. I think mine will probably have to be Flashpoint because it was probably shut up. It's probably it was the first big collection that I bought for myself. I got the box set, not the omnibus or whatever, but I've got the big box set, and I loved it. I loved reading all the tie-ins, and yeah, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And I bet Lee, I know what yours is, 100%. Gotta know what yours is. The Killing Joke.
No.
What?
Of course it is, yeah.
Of course it is, yeah. Because Lee loves the Joker. Lee has dressed up as the Joker before. He's a big fan. Andy has said, surely Doomsday Clock. I've not read that. 12-issue series.
Yeah, 12 issue. I mean, Alexander likes it. You know, the guy appears in everyone's chats in Doomsday Sucks.
Yeah, that random guy. And we've got Werewolf by Lunchtime saying Batman Year One for him.
Oh, that's good.
Nice one. Lee, your wife is shouting at you. Oh, flipping heck, Lee. You could have put that picture back up.
Well,
You're
when
going to
I
wind
put
everyone
one
up
up-
again.
When I put one up, nobody noticed, so I thought I'd leave it down so people take notice.
Well, last time this happened, Andy was in the chat and he was going mental. He said he was wrecking his OCD. Hydra's just come in. Hello. Thank you for joining. But yeah, so put it back up, man.
Okay.
All right. See you in a bit.
I'm just so glad he had trousers on. I'm just so glad he had trousers on.
Imagine just bare ass. Ugh, no, I don't want to think about it. Don't want to think about it. I think we only had Shane put an entry in for his scariest experience, and it doesn't even sound that scary, but hopefully we can get some more information from him. And he says he ate candy corn. So, Shane, you're coming in, you're going to play the game. So please click on the link, join us, and we will play high or low with you. But yes, but after that, we will be talking about our book of the month. It's going to be really good. Yes, you know, while we're waiting for Shane, Luke, I thought your entry for Pete's What If was really cool. So it was kind of like Nick Cage, Superman, but his world was surrounded, like everyone else in the world was Muppets. There was a Muppet Superman movie or TV show type thing, and it just sounded like a hell of a laugh. I mean, anything which is a Muppets crossover just sounds like a really fun laugh, doesn't it?
I am a fan of the Muppets. I am a fan.
I've never watched a Muppets film where I've been disappointed. Highland G is coming in. He says, I didn't have time to recall my answer. That's okay. But I would probably say Gotham Central if main DC, but he would like to say 100 Bullets if they're including Vertigo. That's cool.
Nice.
Is 100 Bullets good? I feel like you've read it.
I haven't. I just know a lot of people have and talk a lot about it, and it is highly thought of as some of people's favorite. So maybe we will cover it one day on the Nerd Herd. Just keep it early. Oh dear me. This is the kind of quality content you get. Twerking.
Oh my god. Jeez. There we go. Triple G's in. Hi all. Sorry I'm late. Kingdom Come for the best DC story. Thank you for joining me. Your show was absolutely fantastic. I've already talked about it twice now, and it was I loved it. I can't wait for the next one. Comic Bound and Andy saying 100 Bullets is very good. Andy says that lad has impeccable taste. Shane says he can't join. So it looks like it may have to be a head-to-head versus Phil and Liam for higher or lower. Liam, can you hear me? Can you come back, please? His wife, Liam's wife, Bethany. Woo, shake your booty. What the hell? Have you just changed t-shirt?
Did that work up a sweat? The change?
I need a new skull as well.
Oh. Okay, well, we are going to play higher or lower, and it's going to be Lee versus Phil. So let me just get this ready. Okay, so here we go. Higher or lower? Do you know the rules by now? Doesn't matter. Anyone who's not in, anyone who's not been here and watched this before, I will explain the rules. So all you got to do, look at the book, look at its value, look at the next book, and guess if its value is higher or lower. Easy peasy. Are the rules clear?
Can you go over them one more time?
Yes, you can look at the book, and then you look at its value, you look at the next book, and then you guess if the value is higher or lower.
I've got it.
Can you dumb it down for me?
Okay. Look book. Look money. Look next book. Guess money more or less.
Right.
Great. Perfect. Okay, here we
I'm
go.
just
So
gonna
everyone else.
get
No. No, sit down. Everyone else, join in. Let us know if you think these books are worth more or less. Okay. So first up, we've got Fantastic Four issue 50. It's an iconic Jack Kirby cover. It's Silver Surfer versus Galactus. It's the third appearance of Silver Surfer, second appearance of Galactus, and the first appearance of Wyatt Wingfoot and the Ultimate Nullifier. And this, at the moment, at a high grade, is worth $2,100. Okay, keep that in mind. Ultimate Fallout. Sorry, why have I written Ultimate Fallout 4 issue 1? It's Ultimate Fallout issue 4. Okay, so this is a 1 in 25 variant cover and a first appearance of Miles Morales. Is this worth more or less than $2,100? Everyone in the chat, let us know. Is it higher or lower? What do you think?
Lower.
Going
Okay.
lower as well.
All right. Andy says higher. Triple G says higher as well. So, okay. Comic Bound, higher. M3 Lions, low. Highland G, low. Dawn of Comics, low. Werewolf is saying more. James is saying lower. And Beth is saying lower. Okay, well, let's see who's wrong. £2,500 dollars. This is worth more by $400. Chris Bell as well. You got it right. So congratulations, everyone there who said higher. Blue Sonic said higher as well. Well done. Okay, next one. So that's $2,500. Air Pirates Funnies #1 is a parody comic showing Disney characters engaging in sex and drugs.
I don't care what it's worth. I need to read that.
And Andy's in. Claim. Okay. Do you think this is higher or lower? Everyone in the chat, get involved again. Do you think a comic that shows Disney characters engaging in sex and drugs is worth more or less than $2,500?
I'm stuck. Go, Liam.
I'm going to go higher.
All right. Okay.
I'm going lower, I think.
Right. Okay. I'm not keeping score, by the way. I should. So Shane says higher. Chris lower. Highland G higher. Andy higher. Triple G higher. James higher. Adam higher. Beth higher. Okay. Let's see what it is. Werewolf also says higher as well. Let me just get rid of that. So what was it, Liam? You said
Higher.
Phil, you said
lower.
Okay. So what did you say in the last one? I forgot. You both said it was lower, didn't you?
Both got it wrong.
We both got it wrong.
You both got it wrong. So no points so far. So who's got it right? Crap. Really anticlimactic. There we go.
Oh, wow.
$35.
I can afford that. I'm going to buy it.
Great. So at a high grade, this is worth $135.
Nice. Bucks.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said you did there.
What do you mean?
Bucks? Is that an Irish word? Oh,
No, bucks. As in dollars. Yeah. Bucks.
Well, bucks means something else where I come from.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean
it. Next, replace the word B with the F. That's what that means.
Ah, right. Okay. All right. So Dark Stalkers issue 1. This is a power foil edition. I think like the fire on the skull is all foily and it's really nice. This is a variant cover art by Joe Madureira featuring Morrigan. So do you think this is higher or lower than $135?
I don't know.
Beth is here. Also, what the fridge? I don't want to see Mickey sticking it in Pluto. So we've got Shane, Adam, Chris, and Blue Sonic saying lower. James is saying higher. Highland G is saying higher. Werewolf is saying higher. Okay. So what do you guys think?
I'm going to go
I'm
lower.
going lower.
You both want to say low. So you think it's less?
Boobs don't sell.
You think it's less than $135?
Yeah.
We've also got Me Three Lions and Beth as well saying lower. So, okay, so you both say lower than $135. The answer is $35. So you both get that one right. Okay, we've only got a few left to go. Phil is in the lead. It's 2-1. Action Comics 14. The first appearance of Clip Carson and the second appearance of Zatanna.
Higher.
Philip and Liam both think it's higher. Everyone in the chat, what do you think?
Second appearances are very important if you're speculating as well.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just heard Andy say it one time on one of his shows.
Oh, okay. So Chris, Shane, Blue Sonic, Adam are all saying higher. Is anyone else going to have a guess before we go ahead and see what the answer is? I don't think so. Oh, yep. We got James has to be higher, and Beth also says high as well. You are correct. It is $12,000.
Ooh.
So everyone got that right. Well done. Andy, he just said he can't get that image of Pluto out of his mind. I mean, yeah, that's there for a while now, isn't it? Okay, next up, the last one, I believe. Batman, issue 47. The origin of Batman, specifically the murder of the Waynes and the hunt for their killer. Do you think this is higher or lower than $12,000?
Higher.
I'm just going to go lower because that's my only hope of equalising.
You know, if you equalise, I don't have a tiebreaker, as always.
That's
This
fine.
happens
It
every
just-
single time.
If I equalise, I don't lose. So
Okay, that's fine. We'll have it as a draw. So we've got Triple G, Shane, Beth, Adam, Blue Sonic, James, Chris, Adam, and sorry. Okay, sorry. This just blew my mind then. Sorry. So we got start again. Triple G, Shane, Beth, Adam, Blue Sonic saying higher, James and Chris saying lower, Adam saying much higher, Werewolf saying lower, Highland G and me 3 lines are saying higher.
I feel like we're in like the hundreds of thousands at this point.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want to guess ish then?
Oh no, don't do that. I could be tiebreaker, but no.
I feel like it's going to be higher, but I'm sticking with lower because
Like 300,000. That's no for no points. I don't take any points off me. That's just what I'm going to say, just because.
Okay, here we go.
250,000 to win the game.
All right, here we go. So it's lower. It's $500 lower. $11,500. So it's a draw between Philip and Liam. I mean, I can try and find a tiebreaker right now if you want. I'm just gonna go on the Key Collectors app, find the first one, and I will. Maybe not that one. Okay, let's go. Hot 10. Let's go for the hot 10. All right. Okay, I've got one here. This is a tiebreaker. Okay, higher or lower? Fantastic Four, issue 67. First cameo appearance and origin of him, later known as Adam Warlock.
Higher.
Lower.
Phil thinks higher. Liam thinks lower. Fantastic Four, issue 67. First cameo appearance of Adam Warlock. It is, in fact, hopefully you can see that. You can't. $1,500. It is lower. Liam is the winner. Well done, Lee. You nailed it.
I'm
Sorry,
not a
Phil, you
sore
suck.
loser at all, but I mean, had to give Liam a win sometime, I suppose.
Yeah, you gotta give him the win.
Do I get a
sometimes,
certificate?
No, sorry.
Shane,
I mean-
collect one in the post.
Okay, yeah, send anyone in the post. Okay, so well done. So Liam, you won that. So that was higher or lower. Thank you for playing that. But now it's time for our lovely little feature called Book of the Month.
Yay.
There we go. Look at us. Phil looking all gangster. I have no idea why that picture was there.
I feel like I need to explain that picture because that is me trying to be a gangster and not a real
Oh, you
gangster.
legit trying to be okay.
Yeah,
Go
it's
on.
just like I've got a big
Because we all
cigar in my
thought you
mouth
were
and like
legit.
sunglasses and stuff. Yeah, it's just like I don't want people to get the wrong impression of him. And
No.
they won't cut
Okay,
off your
guys.
limbs and stuff. So.
You know the drill. If you've read a book this month, you need to tell us what your favorite one was. So Philip and I have got one. Lee, you don't have one?
No, not this month.
All
Early.
right. See you later. Who should we go first? Do you want to go first? Shall I go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
So the book I picked, I mean, I tried to stray away from the usual Nightwing and Dark Ages, just trying to go away from Tom Taylor because it is pretty much Tom Taylor every time. But so I
Yeah.
thought outside that box, and I have went from Aftershock Comics, Chicken Devil
Nice.
number
Great.
1. Just because this really surprised me, to be honest. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, this will sound very similar.
I
to
am
you.
a fan.
So essentially, there's like a manager or owner of like a chicken fast food outlet. It gets burned to the ground. You find it later on that the cartel store their narcotics in this in this fast food outlet. So yeah,
Andy's on the
And-
same page as you there.
so basically the cartel come looking for their drugs. They're not there. They're looking for the owners. They kind of try to make a break for it, or one of them does. His family go on a boat, kaboom, family are dead. He's distraught, and now he needs to kind of not take down the cartel, but kind of like people are after him. He needs to kind of get them first. So he goes to visit his mom in prison, which is a really good scene. He speaks to his mom in prison because his mom's there for life for killing
Ooh.
some people.
Nice.
It's like, what would you do? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, you need to get some leverage. So he then tries to steal the drugs from somewhere else to kind of go like, I have your gear, type thing.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just, it's really, it's funny. It's well written. The whole kind of family blowing up early doors, like it really touched on us, like some serious notes early on. And yeah, it was just good fun. Like I say, that cover as well is hilarious.
It's
just
great,
like-
man.
Like, look at it.
So cool.
class.
It's a chicken devil, literally.
But yeah, it was a quick read, but it wasn't like it wasn't boring. It was exciting the whole way throughout. So yeah, I would recommend people to get on that.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I was interested, but I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger on adding it to my list. I feel like I'm trying to downsize because I just rather just get trades. But there are some stories where I go, you know what, that sounds worth getting the singles for. And I have added a few new ones for December, so hopefully I'll get some new ones in the new year then to talk about. Blue Sonic there, Don Phil. About your gangster little picture there. And Andy, the production is off the charts, lad. Thank you very much. We try. Well, Liam does really well. Liam does all the animations for all the segments, and he does a fantastic job every time. Chris is here. He's saying Dark Knight Returns or Year One for him. Year One often wins, but Returns was my first Batman comic, so I have love for that. Plus, controversially, I thought 100 Bullets was fairly poop.
Oof.
Sorry, G. Poop. Connie, I read Night of the Ghoul by Scott Snyder last night. She must be carrying on with from the Witches train, and she really enjoyed it. And she also enjoyed Deadly Class Volume 4 as well. Like we said earlier, Andy is also Chicken Devil is his book of the month. Beth, she's saying Colder. Absolutely loved every gory little detail. That was a really fun book. And Shane isn't very happy. He says Colder should have scored higher on the Nerded, not just because it was my pick. Okay. Whatever. Me Three Lines, he says, I'm just reading Alien, The Me You Love in the Dark, Time Before Time, and Beast Wars, amongst others. They all sound awesome. I mean, I used to love Beast Wars as a child, watching it on the telly. It was really good. It was very nostalgic for me. So to find out the new Transformers movie that they're making is Beast Wars related, I'm very keen on that. Very keen on that. Okay, so we got Werewolf Fidelity. He's saying, I buy the odd limited series nowadays, but no monthly comics anymore. The most recent comic I read was Not All Robots issue 2. It actually made him laugh out loud.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think comics that evoke emotion, like laughter, or if you cry, that's what I look for in a book.
Yeah. Comic Bound as well. He's saying, I'm reading DMZ at the moment, not finished yet, but it's awesome so far. Awesome.
I have
So
a compendium of that. Looking forward to getting stuck
nice.
into that. Yeah.
Ooh, awesome. So my book. So I've noticed this thing on YouTube when it comes to hot books, good stories, and all this. A lot of people are talking about issue 1s, and even on Instagram, we looking at not even just spec, but people like New Comic Book Day. I've picked up all these cool issue 1s, but then you never hear about the issue 2s, issue 3s. That you never know how is the run going. Yes, you said issue 1 was great, but how is the rest of the run? So that's why I want to bring up Good Luck. Issue 4. There's 5 in the run, so there's 1 left, and I'm absolutely loving this series. I'm gutted it's only 5 issues. It's such a clever and fantastic concept in terms of measuring luck. It's now as measurable as gravity and oxygen and all this kind of thing. It's this essential thing that everyone has apart from these group of kids. And I put Good Luck issue 1 as my book of the month a few months ago, just because of how much I enjoyed it. But it's kept up with the it's just kept that level of enjoyability, and it's just I just want the next one every time I read it. So for anyone who is looking for a short series to get into, it's only 5 issues. I think the 5th issue came out last week. I haven't got that yet, but it's great.
Yeah.
Get good luck, guys.
I'm looking forward to reading that. To be fair, when it first came out, I passed on it because again I can't buy every book every week. So I passed on it. Like some people were hit and miss with the first one, but I knew you liked it, and yeah, it's something I'll maybe pick up and trade at some point. Even the idea that you're describing that the luck is something you can measure, like it's a quantifiable thing. Like remember the Deadpool 2 movie with Domino?
Yeah,
the character. Like I didn't know anything about Domino in the comics, but I learned more about her. I think she's really cool because again she has luck on her side. That's her power. So the fact that luck is a thing that you can actually like see or use or utilize. So yeah, it sounds good. I like that.
Yeah, great, awesome. So that's it. That's book of the month. We also had Highland G saying he's just finished reading the Motor Girl Omnibus recently. It was great. I've never heard of that. Do you have a video on it? Can I watch it later? Let us know if you do. Werewolf.
Can we request a video?
Yeah, can we request one? He's saying something that all of us think. So many recommendations, so many want to buy, so little money. Yeah, so little money. And he's also saying, Highland G, saying, I'm still reading Robin in singles. It's going strong. I do hate all the adverts in singles, though. Me too. But you don't really get that in the indie stuff. You get it at the end.
DC are the worst for it, especially when it comes to those Snicker adverts. And you think it's like part of the story, and it's like you realize, oh, Snickers. Like 3 pages later, then you read the story again. Yeah.
And Andy is saying Made in Korea is another good one. Issue 5 out this week. Well, that's good. Yeah, let's get some more stories that are actually good whilst into the story carrying on. Let us know some more as well. Okay, so time for our brand new feature now. It's head to head. It's head to head. Phil versus Liam. It's time for Scott or not. What the hell? Why do you have so many masks? What do you and Beth get up to, man? Jeez. And a different t-shirt.
That's like your 4th t-shirt. That's like this is fourth shirt change this evening.
I'm just glad he's put another one on after taking it off,
Beth's gonna be cross with all the washing she has to do,
I know. Oh, man. Anyway, it's time for Scott or not. So this is a new... Careful, mate. This is a new feature that I have devised for Phil and Liam to go head-to-head against each other, where they have to convince me on a new story. It doesn't have to be a brand new one, like starting this month. It can be a complete story. It can be an arc, a run, a volume, whatever you want, okay? Just you've got to sell me on it, and one of you will win, and one of you will lose. So let's just say for this episode now, we have a tally of 1-0 to Liam.
Do we?
What?
There's 1-0 to Liam for him winning higher or lower.
Oh, okay.
So for the show, Liam's winning. So who should we go for first?
Liam, because he's winning. Let him go first.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
No, I want Phil to go first.
No, I want Liam. Liam, could you please sell me? Could you please sell me on your book, please?
Are we able to share screens?
Would you like to share a screen?
Have you got it?
Yes, I've got that. Okay, all right. So let's just add it there. Okay.
So I figured Phil would go for something a bit more recent. So I thought I'd go a little bit older because I don't think you've read anything from this era, really, Scott. Like it was started in 2002.
No, I mean I was 10 years old then. Sorry to rub it in for some people, but yes.
So it started in 2002, created and written by Bill Willingham, and so finished in 2015. And Fables as a series has accumulated 14 Eisner Awards.
Ooh, you do know I like a book with an Eisner Award attached to it.
I know you do.
Okay. Is that it?
I suppose
get a synopsis at least.
Yeah, okay. This is why I didn't want to go first.
Oh, okay. All right. So, as in Adam has said, Liam, the wild card of Comic Airwaves, and Sarah has joined in as well, saying, "How many times can Welsh Liam change his T-shirt?"
I have a feeling there's more to come.
I do.
Um,
So
yeah.
okay.
Fables is a reinvention of like fairy tale creatures. One of the main characters is Bigby Wolf, which is the big bad wolf, and it's basically about them moving to and adapting to human society and keeping their fairy tale powers hidden. And there's all like laws and whatever that they can't use their powers and whatnot. And it's all very interesting.
Okay, so there's a bunch of characters that come from like a fairy tale kind of world with these fairy tale kind of powers, and they've come into the normal human world, and they have to hide their powers. But I'm assuming there's something now and again that makes them use their powers or need to use their powers and break this rule.
Yeah, so Bigby is like the sheriff / detective of the fable creatures.
Okay.
And if any breaking of the power laws,
okay.
yeah, I don't know how to word it, but yeah, it'll be down to him to like sort it out, get them back on track, get them back on track, and if they don't, they end up getting sent to the farm. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't. Well, I've only read up to volume 4, and we don't really know too much about the farm and that sort of thing at the moment.
How many are there? How many volumes are there?
So, like I say, it's finished in 2015.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember how many volumes off the top of my head because there's also some spin-off books as well.
Andy has just come in. He's saying this was 150 issues.
Yeah,
that is
probably
mad. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Liam, it sounds like you've done loads of research on this, just like you did for Riddle Leave This.
Yeah. Well done, Liam.
Anyway, I am intrigued, to say the least. So let's see what Phil can do.
Allow me to say, first of all, I'm not going to put down Liam's suggestions, Scott, but let's be honest. There's 15 deluxe hardcovers of Fables. So just you think about that too as part of your thinking process. 15 hardcover deluxe books.
Wow.
Well, he can catch up because it's finished. So, he can take his sweet time.
Take my sweet, sweet time.
So whenever I was, thinking about this and put some real thought into it, Scott,
of course you did.
I was thinking, what does Scott like? What's he read? What's he going to read? What's he currently reading? And I thought of the perfect book that's just going to be a lot of fun. Okay.
The perfect book.
But bear with. So I know that you are buying up the Thor, Jason Aaron complete collections, as am I. Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to read them.
Yes.
Then you're going to read War of the Realms, which you're going to enjoy.
Okay? Am I?
You can't read the other ones and not read War of the Realms.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk about that book, of course, but coming out of War of the Realms, whenever obviously the realms have a big war, there's going to be fatalities, there's going to be orphans. Here we have Punisher, Kill Crew.
Ooh, okay. This is a curveball here. Okay.
Look at that art. First of all, let me also just point out that the artist of this book is Juan Ferreira, who you loved his art from Colder a few weeks ago on the Nerd Herd.
Yes, very good art. Yes.
So again, there's me thinking and actually planning something by hitting the right notes.
Just
and stuff.
knowing the little details. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what this is, it's funny and it's heartfelt because what happens here is, so people are orphaned. There's kids that are orphaned, and the Punisher, Frank Castle's obviously pissed, so he decides to travel around and gather up any dark elves or any kind of mysterious beings left over from War of the Realms and just kill them and get rid of them because they've caused so much pain and death on Earth.
Havoc.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he is basically going to get them. Like I say, I'll show you some art pages too, which is just like, even look at this cover for this book here. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Like I was very much whenever I was reading Better Ray Bill, another book that you love, Scott, may I add?
It is, Philip. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This somewhat reminded me of like the same kind of vibe, the same kind of the same kind of feeling I got from Better Ray Bill. I got from this, and also unlike Fables, Liam, my book has they've actually created a Marvel legend based on this.
Well, they're not going to create a Marvel legend for a Vertigo book, are they?
Well, okay, any DC collectible or McFarlane figure, you know. So you know,
but is there a game based on it?
there will be, and I bet you there will be a Fortnite skin, or there will be something related to that in any Marvel game whatsoever. But the point is, Scott, I know if you read this, it's a 5-issue miniseries, which you like, because I know you don't like big long runs. So you can commit to this.
Whoa, wait, no.
Easier than 150 issues. Just say it.
I'm enjoying reading all the Flash stuff. There's a lot of stuff to read. I'm enjoying that.
Okay, let's hope you don't buy the 15 volumes of Fables, and then you decide, like, after the first 2, I don't really like this. If only I had picked Phil's 5-issue miniseries.
You wouldn't need to buy the 15.
Yeah, I'm not buying them. It's just one that I like the sound of more.
You would just need to pick up volume 1 and be like, oh, I like this.
Okay. All right. Right, I'm going to give you both another minute each. Okay. So Liam, do you have anything else to say?
No.
Nothing else to say.
What I will say is that what Phil is doing is, it's like he's taking you on a date to like McDonald's because it's the safe option, and what I'm doing is I'm taking you to a fancy Italian restaurant because it's different. I'm not just going to fatten you up.
So is the fancy restaurant going to be like an 18-course meal? Yeah, there's lots of nice little good bits throughout the meal, but Phil is just going to give me a burger, and it's just one nice big burger.
No, it's 5 courses of ecstasy.
Jeez. All right. Okay. Well, that's your minute up, Phil.
I promise on our date, Scott, there will be no drugs involved. So, Liam is also trying to put me down. What I will say, throughout my entire life, maybe through school or my parents, I always taught about preparedness, and be prepared for stuff. And what's the saying? Prepare to fail, feel to prepare, prepare to fail. Okay.
Yes.
You prepared that well.
We see, Liam. Well, I didn't think I have to use it. I thought you would be more prepared, Liam. But put it this way, if you want to
I finished work like at 8:30.
That's the thing. My work never finishes, Liam. But what I will say, 5 courses of ecstasy may sound great. That's fine, but that's a long, long time. With me, Scott, if you use his analogy and we go for McDonald's, a quick McDonald's, think of what we can do after. We can go to the soft play area. We can go to the classes. We can go to the arcade. There's so much more you can do after McDonald's that you have so much more fun and things to do. And I'm going to say, with my preparedness, I will have prepared in advance to do those things.
All right.
It's taking a really weird turn. Like, we're not dating, Scott's not blind.
No, we're not. We're not. Time is up. I think I've made my decision. But let's just see what we've got in the chat as well. So Highland G says he's pretty sure that Fables is available in compendiums, and Alid has confirmed there's 4. We've got Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000 coming in. Thank you very much for joining. Sarah says the Fables series. I like it. Great. Werewolf says I read Fables when it first came out, but can't remember much about it. Might pick up some trades. And then Chris is like analyzing me now. He says Scott is not a killer. He says so. He's gonna go with the fairy tales, or is this reverse psychology, or is that reverse psychology? This can go on and on. Okay. So. And Connie is enjoying your 5 courses of ecstasy. Sounds like a mad night. Jesus. Yeah, and Chris is very impressed with an all-out dinner action. Okay, right. I've made my decision. I'm going to say the book I have chosen, the book that is Scott, is Fables. The book that is not, I'm sorry, is Punisher. This is purely because I'm not asked on Punisher as a character. Wasn't this just a tie-in from Thor stuff? Just a tie-in story? That means I've got to go and read the rest?
No. Maybe I should have included that in my pitch. Maybe if I wasn't prepared enough, maybe if I was prepared as much as Liam was, I would have suggested that I actually had it in my head that this is after War of the Realms, and it will leave you wanting more War of the Realms, and this is enough to kind of cleanse the palate. It's not tie-in, it's not necessary, but it's a good fun chapter. But listen, you're not going to read it now, so forget about it.
No. So yeah, I'm going with Liam. So Liam,
woo!
Very well done. You've got a Scott, and Phil, unfortunately, you've got a not.
I'm not taking you to soft play, nice Scott. Or McDonald's.
I only like the hard play anyway, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. But there we go. There we go. That was, ladies and gentlemen, Scott or not. So yeah, thank you very much. But now it is time for us to go over to the news. Philip, are you ready?
I'm a bit thrown now, you see. So if I was in a better mood, I would be able to do the news. But no.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Comic Airwaves news. Philip, what we got going on in the news this month?
This month, well, it's been a quite heavy month for news, so I had to actually narrow it down a little bit, which is a bit strange for me.
And you know what? I will listen this month.
Yeah, and then we can talk about it because I
like okay, all right.
Okay, Saga returns. Fans of the hit sci-fi series Saga were ecstatic to hear that after a 2.5-year hiatus, it will be returning to the racks with issue 55 in January 2022. Now, it was back in 2018 that Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples confirmed the series will run for a total of 108 issues. And here at the halfway point, Brian K. Vaughan announced that our next 54 will be even more shocking, strange, and spectacular than the first 54. And I, for one, I can't wait. No spoilers here, of course, but after the eventful conclusion, which it was spoiled for me, to issue 54, the next issue is going to be a big one. So stay tuned for that. Staying with the Brian K. Vaughan related news, Why the Last Man cancelled. I haven't watched it myself, so I don't really have to say. Yeah. But I know, it took 14 years to bring Brian K. Vaughan's beloved Why the Last Man to screen, and it has been abruptly cancelled before the first season's even ended. It hasn't been cancelled because it's received poorly or anything like that there. It was revealed that due to continuous delays involving the pandemic and the series having to find new showrunners, the show began production late October 2020 as opposed to the planned 2019. The delays meant that FX, who produced the show, had to fork out more money to extend options and contracts. These extensions ran out October 15th, like 2 weeks ago, meaning a decision had to be made with FX choosing, pardon me, not to spend an additional $3 million on an already expensive show. There was hope when showrunner, I didn't have the name, it says enter name here, I didn't find it, sorry, reported she was committed to finding Why the Last Man its next home. But as of yet, nothing has been possible.
Grey Man is pretty sad about that. He's just cancelled. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I've never seen it myself. I know people kind of like it, and for me, it never really got going, I suppose. Only one series. You need to have a couple to really build on it.
Yeah.
The next item of news, Adam Warlock is officially coming to the MCU. So Adam Warlock was teased in the post-credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and it looks set to be English actor Will Poulter to take on the role in James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, Will Poulter is known for his roles in the Maze Runner series. He was in Narnia, was it Voyage of the Dawn Treader, I think? And We're the Millers. You'll recognize him because he's the fairly geeky looking kid. But judging by his latest headshots, the years have been kind to him. He's a very handsome chap. James Gunn has confirmed some further important details regarding the timeline of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and the MCU in general. In a series of tweets, he confirmed the film will take place in the now, and Groot would have undergone a substantial level of growth. So the movie is set to release in May 2023, which will coincide with the Avengers Endgame, which was 2023. And that is one thing that I was worried about with the new kind of phase of Marvel movies, and with Endgame being 2023. You know, where are you? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's good that this is kind of getting reset or starting off from the same kind of time period. Further MCU movie news. In a major reshuffle, Disney had confirmed it has delayed 5 MCU movies and removed the release dates for 2 others. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for its carefully plotted schedules, as often each project relies on another for setup or continuation. 2020 had its challenges, with the pandemic forcing Marvel to delay every film and TV show it had planned for that year. They've had to adjust their future plans, but now they've appeared to settle on a definite schedule. Definite schedule. I wish I could speak.
See, I was thinking about this. Like, I think they're doing too much, because when you think when they first started, they had Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, and they were like one movie at a time, and then they started doing 3 a year, and it was like, okay, and everything looked smooth. But now ever since they've started, with Disney, and they're on Disney Plus, and they've got the TV shows, I feel like they've got too much to do now, and they're struggling to keep up with things. And I feel like there are too many things getting in the way to keep a constant, nice, tight schedule, and they keep having to move stuff forward.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, at the end of the day, the money there's there to be made, and they can be trusted with the kind of property of all the kind of the big Marvel characters and stuff. But I suppose what you're saying is right. Whenever they do so much of something like a pandemic, or the whole global like paper crisis or whatever else it may be, because they want to release books at the same time as movies and so on, whatever as well. Like, you can't really account for those things so far in advance. These things do happen, obviously, and that's why this has happened. They've had to delay movies. But what I found weird by reading this is that they have delayed Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness to May 2022, Thor: Love and Thunder is July 2022, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is November 2022. But all those dates, they had these dates initially, and they've moved one back, but moved the next one into that date. So they have the dates. So that's their schedule, if you know what I'm trying to say. They're just changing around the way it works. So it's quite weird, but then they do have all those ones coming in December. They look for a big summer blockbuster, and then maybe one around April, May as well. So there's a feeler here. So the Marvels movie moves from 2022 entirely and comes out in February 2023. I don't know what the Marvels is.
That's Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Rambo in WandaVision.
Shame it's delayed. Shane will hate that, the fact that's been delayed. But absolutely hate that. Ant-Man and the Wasp has been delayed till July 2023, which is something I quite like Ant-Man, so I'm glad about that. 2 untitled movies seem to have been scrapped altogether. These were intended to be released July and October 2022. No word what they are, but I get the feeling we're going to lose out on something special, because they can't just scrap movies. And I hope it's not Blade. I hope it's not... well, I was looking forward to Blade, but I don't know when that's even due. The last piece of news I have, Image Comics confirms no more second printings. So Image Comics, I know it's really strange and it's a speculator's dream. Image Comics have confirmed that starting now and for the foreseeable future, they will no longer publish second, third, or fourth printings of any title. Shipping delay, supply chain crunch, and paper shortages have created global issues across many industries, and comic books are not exempt. They also confirmed, this is important as well, they are adjusting their release schedule over the next few months to reflect a more reasonable usage of raw materials. So expect less titles of smaller print runs. That's like a speculator's dream. And we'll have more news on paper shortages later on with what's all the army fuss about. And that is the news. Scott, bring us the weather.
Okay, here we go. So, coming in, what's hot and cold? We got Iron Man 55 coming in at $920. The first appearance of Thanos, Eros, Kronos, Mentor, Drax, and the Blood Brothers. Then Gunslinger Spawn issue 1. This is $650. This is the 1 in 250 variant, signed and numbered by Todd McFarlane. Then we've got the Something is Killing the Children deluxe hardcover with the slipcase, $150 there. Infinite Crisis issue 5 coming in at $55. The first full appearance of Blue Beetle in costume. Philadelphia issue 12 at $35. This is a variant by Todd McFarlane. Then we've got World War Hulk issue number 1 coming in at $15. Blah, blah, something about a Hulk movie coming out soon. And then we've got the Blood Syndicate issue 1 at $5. The first team appearance of the Blood Syndicate. And DC Fandom announced a new comic series for this as well. So that is the weather where you are. And there we go. That's our news and weather. So we've just done all that. Let's have a look at what we've got coming up for the rest of the show. We haven't got that much left to do now, but anyway, let's have a look. Coming up for the rest of the show, we've just had the news and the weather. Then we've got the answer part 2 for the best DC book ever. Then we've got, what's all the Omnifuss about then? And then we've got Scott versus Phil, trick or treat. We have no idea what's going on, but that's what's going to happen. Liam, what can we... Another T-shirt, well done. What can we expect without spoiling anything for the for Scott versus Phil? Oh, did you say Bruce Willis?
Yeah, you just seen the eyes of the bud. I thought it was Die Hard.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Lee, without spoiling anything, what can us and the viewers expect from Scott versus Phil Trick or Treat?
Carnage.
Fast-paced.
Buzzing
in.
Ooh, buzzy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with fast-paced buzzing in.
Fast-paced buzzing in.
I don't want to give anything away until we get there.
That's fine. That's what I want. So yeah, so that's what we've got to look forward to, guys. But yeah, good show so far. We haven't got much to go, and we will now just go ahead and see what everyone answered for their best DC story or book, and let's see if The Killing Joke keeps the top spot so far.
Hi, Scott. So, best favourite DC comic book storyline? Again, I always remember this one because when I first started collecting years ago, it was Crisis on Infinite Earth. It was the first time I ever seen like all the superheroes come together to battle something that's happening, and the story got me, especially like you see characters die. So in my eyes, that's not one of the best ones. Crisis on Infinity Earth. I collected a whole lot, even the crossovers. That's what I collected, and in my eyes, that's the best story for me from DC.
So this is James from JW Pop Surprise. We're all about Marvel, but I'm going to answer this question because I do like a bit of DC. It would have to be a toss-up between the Flashpoint Paradox and Crisis on Infinite Earths. Both are excellent stories. They've both been adapted into animated movies, and there was a TV special on the Crisis. Not very good, but the books are absolutely fantastic. I'm going to pick Crisis for this one just because, yeah, it's banging.
Station, everyone. This is TM Nerdy coming at you with my favorite DC series, and that is Batman and Robin by Grant Morrison. Thank you so much, Scott Shelf, for including me in this video. Station, everyone.
Jesus.
Boo.
Boo. That was the least threatening boo ever. Oh my god. So there we go. So we've got we had 2 there for Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I didn't actually remember what TM Nerdy said. Can you tell me? I didn't actually remember. Because I just saw Liam down there and I just got distracted and completely forgot. Remember what he said? Do I need to rewind?
I was taking notes. So I honestly didn't see it. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so Manny Reed Comics is in, and Beth has just said that was the cutest boo ever. Oh yes, thank you. It was Batman and Robin. I remember that now with the yellow cover. So we've got 2 so far for Killing Joke, 1 for Flashpoint, 1 for Batman White Knight, 2 for Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the last one for Batman and Robin. I was sent in a very late last-minute answer, and I didn't have enough time to edit it in. It is from Stormcore Collectibles, from Alistair, and I've got it right here to show you. So let's just see what he said as well.
I forgot all about this. And now I'm quickly making my lunch. I'm having to answer a question. Easy. Killing Joke. Why? Because it's bloody brilliant. And if you don't agree, jog on.
There we go. That's it. So Killing Joke has won it here on Comic Airwaves as the best DC story ever. And to be honest, I quite agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree too. I mean, obviously I picked Dark Knight Returns, but I mean, the Killing Joke is iconic for everybody.
It is. It is awesome. I mean, it came joint second in the Nerd Herd Volume 1, Season 1, and yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. What we got next? Philip?
Yes?
We're coming back to you.
Okay.
Do you know what for?
What's
all the omnibus about then?
You nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and tell us this month what is all the omnibus about?
Well, I have no real books this month because there's just too much other stuff to talk about. A recurring theme with comic books, comic book world, is delays. Delays.
Right.
So, Scott, you and I have spoke of the delay of Something's Killing the Children Deluxe hardcover.
Yes.
It was due in October in time for us to read it for the Nerd Herd.
Yes.
But it was put back till November 17th. But I have heard it could even be put back a further week, the 24th of November now.
Why?
Which is a bit of a shame.
Why?
Again, paper shortages, supply chain demands, all that kind of stuff above.
But why was it more important for people to get the hardcover with the slipcase than it was just to get the hardcover on its own?
It costs more money, and I've something to talk about that as well. That is the real reason, to be honest.
I've got a gripe about the whole slipcase thing, but let's move on.
We'll talk about that after. I want to hear
Okay, all right.
So there are various other titles that have been put back a few months. Like there's too many to list. But because Google delays, you'll find them all. There's tons of them, and it all is relating to the paper supply shortages. Well, thanks, Liam, very professional. You still pick his book though. And on the kind of cancellation thing. So one I'm particularly sad about is DC cancelled Batman versus TMNT Omnibus. I was going to say that, which was due in December. Like, it hasn't been cancelled indefinitely. It's just for now, but there's no date expected to be announced anytime soon.
What book was this?
Batman versus TMNT.
Right. Yes.
So there's 3 volumes of that, and they're going to release an omnibus off it in December. So it's been cancelled just for now. Well, the feeling is with the Christmas period, they want to focus on making more money on other books. I don't know. Maybe it's to do that they don't project it's going to do as well as certain books in their kind of release schedule.
I mean, people aren't going to want to spend a lot of money on themselves at Christmas to spend on other people. So you wouldn't, like, personally, I wouldn't be spending big at Christmas because I want to make sure I get nice stuff for Amy and my family and everything like that.
And the thing is as well that this book in particular was scheduled for the 28th of December. Like, who has money the 28th of December? You know. So that, like I said, that's been cancelled. I had it pre-ordered. It's been cancelled. Don't know when it's going to come back. It might not be next year, but maybe at some point it will come. But that's one thing. But Scott, you'd be glad to know it is not all doom and gloom.
Tell me, Phil.
We had some major announcements this month. One that I for one am majorly excited about, despite me owning all the single issues, and that is Donny Cates' Omnibus is due in summer 2022, along with the King in Black Omnibus. Unfortunately, that does mean that there are some double dipping because the Omnibus will have Cates' entire run, including the main issues for Absolute Carnage and King in Black. I already have Absolute Carnage, but I'm a sucker, so I'm going to buy King in Black as well and have the whole set.
Why not?
As
Treat
well
yourself.
As issues, you know what I mean? I can't get enough of it. So that's something that's got me excited. And to be fair, I was going through the schedule for the month coming ahead, and there's so little due out in November, December that usually it's the other way around. There's too much, but there's so many delays, you can't get them all out.
There hasn't been any news of the Once and Future Deluxe being pushed back.
This is the thing. I have it down for November 17th. Okay,
Yes.
so Once in the Future Deluxe, November 17th. But in brackets, I've heard it's delayed, but I couldn't find a new date. I just heard this somewhere in one of the groups. So if anyone's in the chat, like Chris or Adam or Hayden J, can confirm if that's been delayed, maybe they'll know. I'm not certain. I have it down for November 17th, but possibly that could be delayed. But I'll go through the schedule for this month, but I've put down some notable ones. November the 3rd, we have Daredevil by Charles Soule. He was on the title before current writer, Chip Zdarsky. So I know a lot of people are after that. And Daredevil's a fantastic character. Everyone loves Daredevil. Well, they should. A book, Scott, that we were happy enough to read last year, that was Batman Noel, is getting another hardcover release. So get prepared for your Christmas reads and check out the Nerd Herd, because we covered that last Christmas. And
yes,
I think we liked it.
Yeah, we did.
Aliens, the Original Years, Volume 2 is also out November 3rd. And one, Scott, that you won't pick this up, but I know you're a fan of this title, and that's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Necessary Evil, Part 1 hardcover. Year 1, that is a whale book, I suppose. Year 1 is a whale, and Year 2 are proven very hard to get, but they're going ahead with this after this latest hardcover collection.
Great.
November the 10th, we have Justice League Dark, the new 52 omnibus. Again, a lot of people are after that, but it's $150 price point.
Ooh. How many issues is that? Do you know?
52. I'm not sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's 52. I could be wrong. November 17th. Then, like I said, we've mentioned Something's Killing the Children, but that could be 24th. We don't know at this point. One that I'm getting, it's Batman by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, Volume 2. Looking forward to that. And then obviously I mentioned Once in Future, the 17th, as well as Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3 is November 17th. Fingers crossed. I have that pre-ordered as well. But at this point now, there's no point me doing a schedule, because until they're in the shop, until they're shipped out, you just don't know.
Man.
And that is what all the Omnifuss is about.
Nice.
Oh, what's all the Omnifuss about then?
And that's it. So now it is time for our head-to-head. Everyone knows where's the thing. It is time for... Here we go. There he is.
Hello.
A handsome bearded boy himself. Okay.
First of all, I'd like to apologise for the coffee interruption during the Omnifuss. I wasn't expected to still be on screen after the animation. I was busy.
You can
doing
take yourself off. You can take yourself off if you want. I mean,
I was busy doing background things, so I didn't even realise. And then I coughed, and then I was like, "Oh shit, there I am." So apologies.
Okay. So
right, Scott versus Phil.
Trick or treat.
I assume you are both familiar with the game show Mastermind.
Yes.
Right. So I have 10 lots of Halloween questions, 10 lots of comic questions.
Right.
I'm going to be alternating. I'm going to set a 2-minute timer, so it's a case of getting through as many as we can. And yeah, so in your WhatsApp,
in our
on
chat,
your WhatsApps, you should have a link. If you could,
is this something the chat can get involved with?
I mean, they can try, but it is going to be fast paced, like I said.
Okay.
So it's going to be a case of I ask a question, you can buzz in whenever you want.
Okay, I am in.
When I see you've buzzed in, I will be like Phil, and then I expect you to answer. But if you get it wrong or you pass, we move on to the next question. Scott won't get a chance, for example.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be bash, 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 bash.
A lot of bash.
Yeah.
Halloween bash.
Yeah. Halloween bash.
Right. So first of all, if we could
place your bets in the chat. Who do you think is going to win, me or Phil? Currently, what's the score right now? I've got it here. So currently, it's 4-2 to Phil.
To Phil, yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Boy.
If we could get a couple practice buzzes to make sure this is working.
Right. I will buzz now. I've buzzed.
Phil, do you want to buzz?
There was no buzz sound.
Yeah, that's fine. I can just see who buzzes.
Okay.
Well, and Scott, as you are trailing, I will give you the choice of whether you want to start with a Halloween question or a comic question.
Oh, I'm terrible at both. I don't even know why I've got a comic-based show.
Can I just, before we start, does Adam not like me? My prediction: Scott will win. He's just like just getting in me. This is.
Chris thinks the Bruce Willis T-shirt will win, and James thinks you will win, Phil. Shane says obviously Phil, and Beth has no faith in me and thinks Phil will win. Okay, cool. Let's go. I'm ready to go.
Comic or
I'm
Halloween
first.
start?
I would like. So hard. Let's go comic, please.
Right, okay. 3, 2, 1. Start the clock. So I have wore 5 different comic-related shirts throughout the show. Name as many as you can. Phil.
Thanos, Wakanda, Joker. I forget.
Cool. I wore 5 masks throughout the show. Name as many as you can. Phil.
Skull, Friday the 13th, like whatever that last one was, with a weird kind of flipping newlywed fi thing on it.
This isn't fair.
A clown. That's it. I've also got.
Okay. In Avengers Endgame, who used the Infinity Gauntlet to reverse Thanos' snap? Scott.
Hulk.
Correct. In which country did Halloween originate?
My
Phil.
buzzers. I can't buzz.
England.
I'm stuck. There we go.
Is it working?
Yeah, I buzzed now.
Okay.
Wait, I'm still buzzed. There we go.
What is the Joker's nickname? Scott.
Pass.
Can I have it?
No.
But wait, I'm still paused.
Okay.
Right, go.
What does the name Dracula mean? Phil.
Bloodsucker.
Incorrect. Yeah, okay. Deadpool is a parody of which hero? Scott.
Wait, dead
Oh,
shot.
What did you say?
I said dead shot, but I know I'm wrong.
Yeah, it was Deathstroke.
Yes, that's
Timer
right.
is up. So we managed to get through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3.
Deathstroke, yeah.
I love the
so
way
we got managed-
Highland G's prediction was buzzer delay arguments, and we almost had it.
So we managed to get through 7 questions. So the quiz was the treat. The trick was that any question you got wrong, the other person got a point.
Oh, you bitch! So if I could name all 5 masks and 5 t-shirts, did Scott get some?
No.
Okay.
So Scott got 1 point because you said Joker, but you'd already said clown. So
That's a mask, yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't give him it for the ones you missed because you didn't say anything. So passes, I didn't reward any points either way. Incorrect went to the other person. Correct went to you.
Okay.
So after all that, do you want me to rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah, just tell us.
Go on.
It was 6-4 to
Scott.
Bill.
Ooh.
Whee, well done. It's now 5-2 to Phil.
The funny thing is, so I when I was taking notes, I had done a wee tally 5 and 5 because I counted 5 t-shirts and 5 masks. I didn't think he would say that. I thought it'd be one of his questions, and I only wrote down when I could remember what the t-shirts were. I missed the first couple, but yeah. So I got Wakanda, and I got Bruce Willis, stroke Thanos.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
But I knew the t-shirts after a while. I thought these are going to play a part. But I just wish I had 5 down for both. I wish I had just said how many t-shirts, how many masks. I would have got it.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Chris, like, I am so stressed.
Fair play for the effort as well. So Shane says, "Smashing it, Phil."
Well done.
But yeah, Lee, fair play for the effort. You know, it's. I had no idea why you were changing t-shirts. I thought you were just trying to just piss around. And
well,
how do you like me now, Adam? How do you like me now?
I knew Phil would win. I just predicted Scott to give him the extra dive to prove himself. Drive. Yeah.
Yeah. So it started off with, like, in the same budget shop that I got the hat for the quiz. there was this bunch of masks for like £1 each. I was like, oh, this would be great if I just like pop them on every now and then for the Highly Bailey thing. So I did that.
Highly Bailey, yeah.
And then it was like you wanted a quick round of Scott versus Phil, and I was like, oh, I can do Mastermind, and then I thought I can incorporate that.
Great, man, great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So Amy said, "Hi, Amy." She said, "I thought Halloween originated in Mexico because of the whole Day of the Dead kind of thing."
That's Day of the Dead. It's a different.
So was it UK? Was it England?
Yeah. What was the answer?
Ireland.
So come on.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that.
It's because of Samhain. Is that how you say it? Because that's the holiday, isn't it?
That's actually wrong because they Sam Loomis says it wrong in Halloween movie. It's that's Samhain. Yeah. It's pronounced differently, but I know what you're talking about. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But there we go. That's it. That's the end of the Comic Airwaves, episode 9. For everyone still here that is watching, I do have to tell you that this is the last show of the year. We aren't going to be doing a show in November. Sorry. Every weekend is busy, and we just don't have enough time to prepare all this stuff between now and then. And there will be no show. There will be no show in December because it'll be, if we follow our schedule, it will be really close to Christmas, and we want to celebrate with our families and not stress about all the preparation for Comic Airwaves. So we will be back in January. We'll be back at the end of January. Chris, lazy bastards. Whatever. I don't care. Blue Sonic is crying. Mate, I'm sorry, but we'll be back. We'll be back bigger and better as always, as we always
literally
are.
Bigger, because I'm going to eat loads of food over Christmas.
You'll be bigger, I'll be better, because I'm going to win the Scott versus Phils next year. Thank you very much, James. I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Can we clarify then before we go, if we're going to kind of start again next year, that makes me the champion then? I am the overall winner.
Okay, if you want to call this quits with a scoreboard and we start again in January, then yes, I will declare you the winner of Scott versus Phil.
It's 5-2. You know, it's just, I feel like there should be some sort of forfeit as well if you want to declare a winner. Liam, do you agree that we Scott should do a forfeit at some point? Not tonight, not maybe for the first, something to look forward to, guys. The first episode of our return, Scott will have to do something a bit. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I'm sure we can work something out. I'm
sure we can work something out. I'm sure we can. But yeah, there we go. As Andy said, great show. See you in 2022. See you then. But if you still want to see mine and Phil's lovely mugs, and you can still see us on the Nerd Herd every Wednesday. And then Liam, I'm sure you will show up in Shane's quiz every month now and again. But yeah, so we're not leaving YouTube, obviously. We're just going to stop Comic Airwaves for a little bit because it's a lot of prep. So that is us. That is the show. Thank you, everyone, for joining. You've been an absolute delight, and thank you for getting involved. And that's it. So it's a bye from us, and we'll see you next year. Bye.
See you next year.
Bye.